Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Jilly's Nails. Today we are going to do something that was fun and frustrating, and I'm mad at it and I love it all at the same time. And we are going to stamp with gel stamping polish. We are going to use a plate Maniology M016 from the Rebel Yell starter kit. You can still get that one online at Maniology. You can also, if you watch Facebook, you can see the ads. You'll get them for free with just shipping. And these are the stamping gel polishes. They are from Beauty Big Bang. They were sent to me as PR. However, this is not a sponsored post. And when you see me get really annoyed here in a bit, you will understand and be glad that it wasn't sponsored because I got really frustrated doing this, guys. And I say guys as a general thing, ladies and gents, however you want to refer to yourself. And I am using this polish that I love the name of it. It's from Bundle Monster or Maniology, and it's called You Can't Sit Here! And if you don't know what quote that's from and what movie that's from, well, hmm, hmm. It's from Mean Girls. So I loved it. It cracked me up when I saw it. I used two coats on my fingers. You can still see some visible nail line, but I'm not a three coat person. Don't do it. Don't want to. Ain't gonna. So two coats is what I get. If nail line shows, it shows. So these are gel stamping polishes, and I absolutely love that they have a pointy tip. I was actually worried about that before I opened it. Now, we are going to show some fails here because there are some fails. This stuff has a big time learning curve. The Beauty Big Bang website says that these are for beginners. I must say no to that. These are not for beginners. This was not easy. Um, and I'm trying this out just on these little different pop art kind of things. I thought, oh, I'll make some comic nails. That'll be cute. And it just did not pick up on this plate, y'all. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I use this clear stamper. I use the Beauty Big Bang scraper. That's one of the softer ones. And went back in and I was like, okay, it's kind of oily, so I'm going to squish it around a little bit, see if it just needs to be mixed up some, and try it again. And as you can see, it's not as oily. The first couple squirts I did were pretty oily. And I'm using a lot of this polish on here to make sure I get it all in there. Now, here's the cool thing about these. They don't dry. So you have to use a lamp to cure these. This is a gel polish, not a gel effect polish. Those are two completely different things. This is gel. It does take a UV or LED light to get it to stay. So I kind of gave up on the little designs. I thought, all right, maybe it's this pattern. Let me try something a little bit bigger and see if I can get a better scrape and get a better design. And I thought, let me just try this heavy. Maybe I need to leave this on here heavy to get it to show up. But that is not the correct answer. And that did not help at all. And it didn't work at all. So that was irritating too. I actually went in and tried it twice since there was so much polish on there. I thought, okay, maybe I put too much on. Let me try this. And that did not work for me either. And as you can see here, that's one of the things I love about this cotton holder is that you can just flip the cotton over and pick it back up. You never have to touch it. I am cleaning the plate, by the way, with acetone. You can also use rubbing alcohol when you're using gel polishes. So you don't have to have acetone to do this part. You can use rubbing alcohol. And as you see, it's very smeary. Like you see it on the plate, it smears. So it was kind of a pain to clean up. And oh my God, it got everywhere. I had this stuff everywhere. I had it up my arm. I had it all over my hands. It was all over the sides of my stamper. It just was a hot mess while I learned how to do this. So again, they advertise it's for beginners. I'm going to say absolutely not. Y'all, I have been stamping my nails for like 3 or 4 years. And this was a struggle for me. Like, I really had to work on it. And I went online and I was like, does anybody else have videos for this? Like, am I missing something? Am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something stupid? There was nothing out there. And oh my gosh, we have a cat quake. There we go, cat quake time. It's been a while since they've done one of those. I think it's hilarious. I love it when I find those. I almost missed that one too. So I started to get really irritated while I was doing this, and I stopped with the black polish. I thought, let me try the white for a bit. Let me see how that works. And I've left this on the screen like this long for a reason, to show you that it does not dry. See, it moves around perfectly. You can let it sit there for 20 minutes. As long as it's not in direct sunlight, it's not going to dry. You also need to make sure you keep it out of range of your light that you use to cure. So at that point, y'all, I got mad. I was like, I'm frustrated with this. It's not working. I'm going to email the company. I don't know what else to do. And quite frankly, the answer from the company for me was, it's the same as regular polish. Just do this, what you would normally do with stamping polish, and it'll work. If an experienced stamper tells you that they can't get something to work, something ain't right. So there's got to be some kind of little tip or something that a company should be able to offer people to tell them how to fix it. So that frustrated me. I did get it to pick up here though. Look at that. And if you notice, I changed my stamper because I realized everybody else that I saw with swatches, none of them used a clear stamper. They were all using opaque stampers, and they were holding the stamper where they could see it and then pressing their nail into the stamper. So they weren't stamping onto their nail, they were stamping their nail onto the stamper. And the more I noticed that, the more I was like, okay, let me go old school and bust out my first ever stamper. This is the first one I ever bought off of Amazon. It's a little nostalgia here. It's still a great stamper. I just like the clear ones better. And I'm going back to this black. We're going to make this black work, right? I'm working hard to get this black to work. And it's still just kind of being weird. But notice the more I scrape, the more clear the design is. And I was like, am I onto something here? Are we doing something? What's going on here with that? And look, it's stamped. It's stamped very nice. But what I was starting to notice was some of them still had like a smudge around them. And what I'm doing now is just taking rubbing alcohol and wiping off there's kind of a sticky layer on the red because I didn't top coat it. So it's taking off that sticky layer and it's taking off the stamping I had on there. Because I was like, oh, okay, I got it to work. I can do this now. And here was the biggest thing that I noticed as a difference. Do not use a lot of this. The absolute bare minimum, smallest drop that you can get on there to get your design. That's all you need. If you overdo it, it turns into a freaking mess. And as you can see there, that's still, see how it has all the stuff around the edge of that? That was really frustrating me. And that's when I went, all right, okay, I'm going to try something different because that particular design, as cute as it is, was irritating me. And I didn't want to get irritated again. I wanted to do this video and I was like, I'm going to make this happen. We are going to figure this out. And here's what I discovered. Scrape the crap out of your plate. I switched over to a hard scraper, the opaque stamp, because that seems to pick it up easier for whatever reason. And I scraped the absolute bejesus out of this plate to try to get everything away from the image that I possibly could. And I started getting cleaner pickups. And I thought, okay, let me see if I can do this again with the white. Like, was that a fluke or did that really just happen? Let's see. Oh, look, I can see the design. I'm scraping. I'm scraping in every direction possible. I'm scraping hard. Go in to pick it up. And what do we have? You know, if I'm putting my nail down, it came out good. So, look at that. That worked. That worked. And here's the coolest part. You can leave it on your nail like that. You don't have to cure it immediately. You can just leave it for a couple minutes while you finish it up. Because the stamping is so thin, the polish is so thin, it doesn't move around. Normal gel polish, if you leave it just loose on your fingers, it can settle. It can actually run down into your cuticles and settle. And sometimes you have to flip your hand upside down to make it go back to the middle before you cure it. The stamping polish did not move at all. Once I put it on there, it was there. Now, I didn't do anything else before I cured it. I just go in, pop my hand in. I think I cured for 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to admit the truth. I'm not sure if I have a LED or a UV lamp, but I think I did it for 2 minutes. Now, I'm going to leave this up so I can talk for just a quick minute. Pluses, it actually came out really cool, so once you get used to it, if you like gel manis, it's awesome to stamp with this. Negatives, this is not for beginners. If you're a beginner stamper, stay the heck away from this until you are sure you have experience or you have a lot of patience. Another negative, it was messy. It was very frustrating because of how messy it was. On a positive note, it's $2.49, so that's a great price. If you liked this video, please click on my face to subscribe or click in the upper right hand corner and watch another one for me. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.